Hello and welcome to Rate That Character, the series where a member of the Source Gaming team gives their opinion on a character's chances of being playable in Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch. We lay out the pros and cons for each character and give a final score out of 100. Please do remember that these are our individual opinions, and do not reflect Sakurai, Nintendo, or even the thoughts of Source Gaming as a whole. With that out of the way, my name is NantenJex, and let's see who today's character is. Sega's catalogue of IPs is one of the few that rivals Nintendo, but despite such a large pool of series to pick from, most of them go underappreciated. In Smash already we have their main mascot Sonic and a surprise inclusion of Bayonetta, as voted for by the fans. After that, the next Sega rep is not as concrete, with many fans either defaulting to another Sonic character or something from Atlus's Shin Megami Tensei, which Sega now owns. However, there is one other major series that has only picked up steam recently in the West, despite having a long legacy of games spanning multiple systems and genres. This is the Puyo Puyo series, a franchise that began life in 1991 as a puzzle spin-off to the dungeon crawler Madou Monogatari from 1989. While the series had many protagonists over the years, Arle is the original hero from before Sega's ownership, and even the star of the original Madou Monogatari games. Sega has brought her back in recent years, but is this current prowess enough to deserve a spot on Smash's roster? While not getting as much recognition as a series like Castlevania and Bomberman, and in the West, series like Tomb Raider and Assassin's Creed, the series has had amazing success in Japan, and is one of the biggest puzzle series in the world, only behind the likes of Tetris. As one of the big genres in Smash not yet represented is the puzzle genre, except Dr. Mario, but he doesn't do anything with it, Arle has the potential to represent a whole series of games in the same way Duck Hunt does. The 4 Puyo Puyo slimes are also very recognisable. This all goes to show Puyo Puyo as one of those third parties that has the legacy and the impact to appear in Smash. One problem with puzzle reps is how to make a moveset out of them. Many puzzle games don't even have characters, but one benefit Arle has over the others is her history as an RPG protagonist. Not only is this what she began life as, but the Puyo Puyo series has also seen its share of RPG spin-off series that Sakurai could draw from. Next is her popularity in Japan. While not at all official, Source Gaming did an observational study of Japanese forums to see who the topic characters for the Smash ballot were, and Arle came in 16th place overall, even beating Cloud and coming in 5th place of all third-party requests. The character is also fairly relevant worldwide. Puyo Puyo Tetris was an early Switch title that brought the series into the limelight once more, both in Japan and to the rest of the world, while Puyo Puyo Chronicles released in Japan in 2016 for the series' 25th anniversary. The series is one of the few made by Sonic Team, which means Sakurai has worked with the devs before thanks to Sonic being in Smash already. And finally, the series has some connection to Nintendo already. The series has seen many releases on Nintendo platforms starting with the SNES to present day, but in the West, the SNES Puyo Puyo game was localized and used Kirby characters instead, called Kirby's Avalanche, which unknowingly brought the series some Western attention. And Western attention is desperately needed for this series, as despite its major popularity in Japan, it has been fairly unknown in the rest of the world. Western companies made many changes to cute girl puzzle games like Puyo Puyo, a problem also seen with Panel Upon when bringing them over, if they did at all. It wasn't until Sega bought the rights and released Puyo Pop for the Game Boy Advance that the series got to debut in its original format in the West. Then Arle has the issue of competition for her role as a puzzle rep, both from rival companies and inside Puyo Puyo itself. Nintendo has its own puzzle series starring a cute magical girl called Panel Upon, and its main character Lip would be very similar to Arle. On top of that, being a Nintendo character means Lip is much easier to use in Smash than Arle, as no licensing deals are needed. The only thing Lip lacks is current relevance. Then there are the other stars of Puyo Puyo. Arle is the Marth of the series for sure, but when Sega bought the rights, they proceeded to replace the entire cast with new characters from Puyo Puyo Fever onwards. This includes replacing Arle with their own mascot Amity, although Arle still appears just as a secondary character. Then starting with Puyo Puyo 7 on the Wii, a new girl called Ringo took front and centre as the series heroine, with Arle acting as a tutorial character turned bad guy for the rest of the game. Puyo Puyo is undoubtedly the next big Sega series to be included in Smash, with the exception of potentially Shin Megami Tensei, which has many of the same issues Puyo Puyo faces. Arle is popular and would add some uniqueness to the Smash Bros roster, as well as potentially introducing a moveset around puzzles. However, outside of Japan, she is a bit player and incredibly niche. This is the biggest factor stopping her inclusion, and while Sakurai often sees Smash as a series that represents Japanese games, he does take into account Western perceptions. However, this perception isn't completely lacking, and with the recent success of Puyo Puyo Tetris, Arle has been growing in popularity over here as well. Perhaps a Smash appearance is all that is needed to make Puyo Puyo a worldwide name. Thank you for watching today's Rate That Character. If you liked this video, then give us a like and share with your friends. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on today's character, and give us a suggestion for future characters you would like us to rate. I want to thank all our Patreons, in particular the Super Patreon, the Duke of Dorks. A link to his channel can be found below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date, and always remember to return to the source.